note, would you guys like your next performer? Alright! This man is the way I get to most comedy gigs in St. Catharines, because apparently I don't have a driver's license anymore, because that judge is an asshole with no sense of humor. You're going to be doing Spotlight, the Pro-Am night, right?
Yes.
Yes, he will be doing Spotlight, the new comedy show down the street. Not that I'm promoting at a bar that's a competition. No. He will be doing a night there, once they pick out the date, with a Pro-Am night where, let's just say, amateur comedy is like a mixed bag of sadness. What you get to laugh at. It's like Jerry Springer without the strippers. I miss Jerry Springer. I miss the strippers. I'm Zetty, the one and only Tommy J. Warren.
How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone's having fun. Let's give a big hand up to DJ for hosting this and Matthias for putting it on. Thank you very much. As you guys can tell, I really don't need a microphone.
Mic drop.
That's my set telling me to fuck off. So, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'm 49 years old, so you know my bills come more a month than I do. I do have 7 children. Yes, I do. That's fact. A bunch of them are here. It's not my fault. I really enjoy playing with the box that come in. So, growing up, I was told, we're all fucked up. I already know it. I'm not good at push-ups, pull-ups, and chin-ups, but I'm really good at fuck-ups. So when I was a kid, I went out and I told my parents I needed the test because there was something wrong with me. So they took me out and I got a bunch of tests, and it turns out I have OCD, which is not surprising because I got a tendency to hyperfocus on things. Well, that's not so bad, but as I grew up, it changed. So I went from having OCD to obesity. So, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell. Some of the people that haven't seen me in a while. I am down almost 40 pounds from the beginning of the year. I would like to thank poverty for that. So that's the biggest thing there. So, but the greatest work to drive to make me lose weight is for every 17 pounds that a guy loses, he gains an inch. Yeah. So far I've gained 2 inches, so I give my wife an inch. It's a thinker. It's a thinker. But how the hell do you do that with 7 kids? I don't know. So, I'm glad I'm married though. Who here's married? In a relationship? Right? I'm glad I'm not dating. Because when I was growing up, if you called someone an ass licker, that was an amazing insult. Now it's a fucking option on dating apps. You could be at a party talking to someone about eating ass. You double dip a chip, they're gonna fucking kill you. So that's probably because you were talking about eating ass. But getting back to the OCD, I have a tendency to hyperfocus on things. During COVID, I hyperfocused on the most important thing to all the young men, males in society right now. Can you guess what that is? That's right, edible underwear. It is. It's a big concern. I found out strawberry and cherry are the 2 best flavors. The blueberry ones do leave a mark. So if you've had them on and you go to the pool and you forgot your bathing suit, don't matter, no one's going to notice. But the most important thing, if you wear them for a week, they taste just like regular underwear. Oh. It's true. It's true. I was sitting at home last week and there was a knock on the door. So I answered the door. And I knew exactly how this conversation was going to go because standing there were 2 people dressed in suits, both carrying a Bible. One girl looked at me right in the eyes and she goes, "Excuse me, sir, have you found Jesus?" So I looked right at her and said, "What, you fucking lost him again?" I recommend you guys start using bigger fucking nails. Maybe add some chains because the rocks aren't holding them in. Jesus is a funny story. His name wasn't supposed to be Jesus. It was supposed to be Frank. That was until Mary stubbed her toe. He's a thinker. And you got it. So, I've been working a lot because I'm a comedian. So I'm not rolling in the dough. I just said I lost all that weight due to poverty. So my wife's been working all the time. We got a big family. Gotta make money. I want some me time, right? Girls, you guys got it easy, right? Us men, I mean, we gotta take a little bit more work. So I went down to the local step shop, and I was gonna buy something for me. So I walk in there, and they've got all these. You guys know what a fleshlight is? Fucking pussy. Do you know you can order them in your favorite porn star or actress, whoever's got their cooch molded? I looked at the price and said, well, fuck that. That is too much. So I went to my second favorite store. That's right, Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. I found one. It's not bad once you get past the rips and tears and all that. It still feels pretty good. I'll be giving a sample. If you guys want to try it, I'll be outside the parking lot back here after the show. If any of you want to give it a try, just please clean it afterwards. I don't want an 8th child. I am fixed, so that would be hard for my wife to explain. So, growing up, we've all had our ups and downs and all that, and same with my marriage. Like the last week, we were doing dishes. I was washing, my wife was drying. And having OCD, sometimes I switch from conversation to conversation without finishing it. So in the middle of whatever we were talking about, I looked right at my wife and I said, you know what, I think it's time. You know, it's kind of getting pretty big, and I think you should diet. Hear that silence? That is the appropriate response. What my wife did is she was drying a knife at the time, so it whipped across me. So when I looked at her and I said, I'm talking about your hair, you should dye it. Because we were talking about dyeing our hair earlier. So men, don't make that mistake. Because I'll tell you right now, there's 2 ways to argue with a woman. Neither of them work. Don't try it. Do not try it at all. 8 years ago, I got a call that nobody wants to get. I'm going to get a little personal if you guys don't mind. I'm going to talk about my asshole for a minute. You guys don't mind? So I got a call so I thought I had hemorrhoids. And it turns out, no, I had very advanced, aggressive colon cancer that was going to kill me. And they were like, you need to have surgery and change some diets and that. So I did. So I've had the surgery and whatnot, and I am cancer-free. I beat it. Thank you very much. So, but because of that, every year I have to go back and I have to get a complete physical, like a big intern physical, everything. It takes a couple hours, and I'm left, crying in the corner. So last year I went in, and the nurse brings me in, and she says, you know the drill. So I strip down, because picture this thing. That's the appropriate response. So I sit down on the table, and you know what, you women, you never told us that those fucking stirrups lock in place. I sat down on the table and I put my foot in this one, I put my foot in this one, and I noticed they could move. So I moved my one leg out, realized it locks. I can't bring it back because there's a little handle underneath. So while I was stretching forward to try and get it, this leg shot out. So now I'm spread eagle on the table, butt ass naked. My doctor walks in and sees me in my predicament. He's like, well, we might as well get started. He washed his hands. Keep in mind, he washed his hands, right? Then he decides that's the time he wants to check for a fucking hernia. Do you guys know how they check for hernia on men? They will grab your balls and tell you to cough. Keep in mind, he just washed his hands in the fucking coldest water in the goddamn universe. What happens to guys when things get cold? There's shrinkage. I already have enough body disproportion. Okay, I don't need any help in that. So the best I could get out was a... And as I look down to my doctor, who's a large man, holding my cock right here, it happened. Has anybody here ever involuntarily winked at someone? Oh yeah, it wasn't just a little. It was a. I was like, oh fuck. And as my doctor went to open his mouth, keep in mind, he's still here, still hanging on to it. I was like, I gotta do something. So I put my hand on his head. And then as he went, like his face got red. As he went to say something, that's when I rubbed my fingers through his hair. So that kind of ended that one. We're dating now. Yeah, we're dating now. So that's good. The funny part is in 2 weeks I go for this year's physical. And I'm thinking of buying, you remember back in the 90s, some of the girls or the other kids might remember here, the Bedazzler? I'm thinking of getting that and kind of like doing it all up. You know, walk in, have like the little crystals all over so it looks like a disco ball. I'm sure he's not going to be appropriate or appreciate that. But we're dating now, so it doesn't matter. We're on a first name basis. So I'd like to take my time now and thank everyone for coming out. Thank you very much, DJ, again, for putting on this performance, allowing us all to get together. Great friendly environment. Having a great time so far. Let's give a hands up for everyone else who's performed. And DJ, would you like to come up to the stage now? That was 11 minutes.
All right, I'm coming.
Thank you. Well, hurry up. Don't come too hard.
Dude, I'm weaving and I'm wobbling here.
Well, don't come too hard, especially after what happened with that one.
And thank you. All right, everyone, give it up for Tommy. You goddamn it, at my age,